bitch. Oh, yeah. So, my brothers and sisters, it's the Limited Headspace podcast. We're back again with another week. Now, last time we filmed the video, and we kind of deleted the middle bit of it somehow. We think we found out how, so we think it won't happen again. But I'm kind of doing an updated version mixed with some of the stuff we talked about there because, I don't know, we can't really save that other fucking podcast, which is our third one. So this is like our 3.5, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going full, we're going 3.5.
Version 2.
I got my, Limited Headspace t-shirt on, you know, and some hat that says Los Angeles on, I don't know why. But the first thing we talked about last time again was Corona, right? Because fuck, there's nothing else to talk about these days, is there? We can't go outside. At least the people in Victoria can't. It's getting fucking crazy. There's curfews there. Apparently the curfews
won't be. A lot of people going off at Daniel Andrews now, eh?
Dude, he fucked up. That's totally fucked up. Fuck that guy. Fucking one eye goes down. Where the other
I saw that the other day.
Such a dickhead.
This is gonna love this.
Oh, bro. I don't know. I just had a feeling. Look, everyone's trying, man, but he's just gone fucking haywire now. I think you know what I mean. Like, it's a police state, dude, and the police are going fucking crazy. Fuck the Victorian police for some of the shit they did. They came and arrested that pregnant woman because she posted a Facebook post that we're gonna have an anti-lockdown protest, and she says it said in the Facebook post everyone has to adhere to social distancing, wear your masks, this and that bullshit. They came and arrested her for a fucking Facebook post. Why don't they just knock on the door and be like, listen,
don't do it.
Take it off fucking Facebook. You do it again, you're coming down to the station with us. No, you're coming to jail. You put a Facebook post, we can arrest you now. It's fucking crazy, dude. There's that video, I'm not too caught up on it. I kind of don't want to look at some of this shit. It makes me so angry. The cops hit that guy with the car and then they stomped on his head. Yeah, what the fuck? Luckily, apparently, those cops are going to get investigated.
The guy's apparently in a coma now, though.
Yeah, that guy's fucked, dude. You can't be stomping on people's head, man. Like, let's do jiu-jitsu. You just choke him out, man. He goes unconscious, put the handcuffs on and put him in the car. Done. Easy. So that shit's crazy. The curfew, he's got a curfew apparently. That one I don't know about, man. That one's a bit... He reckons it's working. I guess maybe telling people to stay home, but what's the difference between going to the shops at night and going to the shops during the day? You know what I mean? Don't some people work during the day? What if you have so much shit to do and you miss that time and you need something, but it's fucking 9, I can't go outside?
Is 9 what the curfew is?
Yeah, it used to be 8. It was 8 p.m. You're not allowed outside of your house. That's fucking nuts, man.
That is pretty shit.
That's fucking crazy, dude, I think. I don't know. This is starting to get slippery, dude. And when people do this shit, they don't want to give up the power very easily. You know what fucking trips me out? This is the Labour Party, dude. Aren't these meant to be like the peace-hugging hippie kind of people? They're the left, aren't they?
Isn't it Liberal? Is Daniel Andrews Liberal or Labour?
I thought it was Labour. Can you Google it for us? You got the Google it?
Liberal's the government that's in at the moment.
Liberals in. ScoMo. Scott Morrison. I'm talking about politics all the time. Because he fucks around with Corona. That's why. I was about to say Cobra. I'll be watching Cobra Kai because that shit. Just saying. Shout out. It's fucking Danielson and fucking Johnny Lawrence, bro. Yeah, man.
My phone already knows what I'm fucking asking it.
See? it's Liberals in and Labour is Daniel Andrews, I'm pretty sure. Tell me I'm right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. See?
He's
I thought
this
is meant to be, you know, like the kind of left-leaning motherfuckers. He's acting a little bit like fucking...
I guess they have more seats down there. Because that's how it works. Whoever has the most seats.
Yeah, that's right. Australian politics fucking trips me out. They make it difficult on purpose, I feel, so no one knows what the fuck's going on and they just run around going, no. You know? Again, Corona bad, you know, wear your mask, do your thing. There was, my mind changes every week. When we did this podcast last time, I was even like, oh yeah, you know, it is getting serious again. Look, it is, people have died, but again, it's been the older people. Yeah, and it's stopped again, man. It's like the whole thing flashed across, and it does target some people with, you know, something in common, is I guess what I'm trying to say. It is the older, it is the weaker, and the funny thing is, it's not even every single old person.
Every time I hear it on the radio, the deaths are always in old person homes.
Right?
Yeah, they always say there's a kid who's got it in a school and the school's now shut down, but you never hear, the kid's now in hospital.
That's right.
Or he's dead or whatever.
This is what trips me out. It's the people in the old person's homes dying, right? But instead what we've done, we've locked down the whole country, but you can still go see the old people and then they die. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Do it the opposite way. Open the country. Don't let people go see the old people in their homes at the moment, or figure something out. Make rooms with screens. Waste the money on that, man. You know what I mean?
Find a way to support them so they don't
Yeah.
go out and do something.
That's right, man. And I get it. Sometimes this thing is a luck of the draw because we still don't quite understand who it is that gets fucking affected by it and that. But it's just, I don't know. And I do think some of the numbers are fudging out because we did mention this last time. Apparently, this is news from a few weeks ago anyway. You guys can fucking Google this if you can find it. But they said that last year, I researched last year, 470 people in Australia died of the flu. This year, they're claiming no one has. Not a single one. And the reason is our social distancing measures, this, that, and the other thing. Yet the corona's spreading somehow and killing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I don't quite believe that, man. I reckon that's been fudged somewhere. Maybe someone had the flu and they go, maybe it's corona. It seems like a respiratory disease. And I swear, even now, I read somewhere, I believe it's on the news, again, don't listen to me, I'm a fucking idiot, professional moron, or something like that. Not really. But that they're not even calling corona a respiratory disease anymore. Because,
I've heard that as well.
because it affects different parts, like it affects nearly every part of your body now. You know? Yeah. Now they're finally even saying that Chinese doctor, I believe lady who fled to Los Angeles, she went to investigate it there from Hong Kong. She's saying that it looks like it's been made in a lab. I don't know. Again, I think it maybe escaped the lab accidentally, but it was created there because of its certain characteristics, and that's why it affects different people differently. You know, usually a virus, the way they develop, they do target a specific area. There's a certain common symptoms that everyone has and all that kind of stuff. But what the fuck do I know? I'm not a doctor, so that isn't me. But this is just what I feel like sometimes, you know what I mean? And I'm getting sick of this shit. We got to learn to live with this now, I think. It's been so long. It's September.
It's a full year, eh?
Yeah, I've been saying for the whole year we're going to be worried when September comes. And really in 2 weeks, JobKeeper changes, everything's going to end. I don't know, can they kick you out now? Are you
For your
around?
releases or anything?
Yeah.
I don't know.
See?
I mean, if they're cancelling JobKeeper, then
Dude.
you would imagine that shit's...
That's what yeah. So, yeah. Fucking Victoria's nuts. Also, a big fuck you to the Queensland fucking lady, that premier, to the Queensland government, you fucking cunts. Dude, it's fucking ridiculous, right? They let Tom Hanks in, yeah?
Who had corona.
They caught it there. Tom Hanks had come in. I believe football players came in as well. They let some football players in. And they fucking literally said in the news, because they're going to bring money to the state. What the fuck? But some little girl whose dad's dying can't go see her dad.
Mm.
Oh, you can see his dead body though, if you want. Like, come see the dead body. No worries. Come to the wake, but not to the... What the fuck are you doing? This is crazy. It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why I'm losing it with these fucking people in this corona, dude. If at least we just did normal, like, I don't know. Again, I don't know who says I could do any fucking better, but I think there's simpler ideas, man, you know? But yeah, it's getting fucking, you know, it's getting crazy. Test these people. Don't we have tests now? Can't we detect it easy? Test them.
It's easy, you can get it for free.
You get a free test?
I got tested a few weeks ago.
It's ridiculous. You got to go to Queensland, you got to stay in quarantine for 2 weeks. We don't get a test negative, no, still quarantine for 2 weeks. Why?
Yeah, if you're negative.
Why?
Like, I understand there's false negative tests as well, but then test people 3 times and let them...
Why? Yeah, give it 3 days.
Because that's what they did when I got mine done. They stuck 2 swabs up each nostril and 1 down my throat. So
Sounds like a porno. These people getting it up.
I enjoyed it.
Did you? It was
I
nice.
was crying.
Did it touch your brain? They all said touch your
It
brain.
fucking tickles like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
The throat one's fine. You know.
Oh yeah, you're used to that. You're used to that one. That one's easy. All right. So yeah, there you go. Get tested. The tests work. They're free. You get a free test.
Yeah,
What the
just in
fuck?
random car parks.
That's what I think's happening. These motherfuckers are getting a taste of their little power because it was serious. I get it. We didn't know. We didn't have control. We didn't have testing. We didn't have this, that, and the other thing. But these people get a taste of their little, look what I can do, lock down the borders, and next minute we're fucking doing crazy shit. I do, just to be fair to the Queensland fucks, right? Tom Hanks and I believe the football players as well, when they do come into the state, they do have to do 2 weeks quarantine or whatever. You know what I
They're
mean?
probably isolated completely. Like the football players, I'd imagine, would be just in camps and they can't.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm not going to play like fucking nitpicking here. I get it. Like, yeah, they're still quarantining, and that was the whole problem with this girl, that she was allowed into Queensland, I believe, but she had to quarantine for 2 weeks and they wouldn't exempt her for it. Fucking test her, man. Test her, put her in a fucking hazmat suit. You have those. Put her in a hazmat suit. Let her go see her fucking dad. Have a fucking heart. Think about it. Fucking think outside the box. No. Go see him when he's dead, because then you can't, spread corona to him? I don't understand. He's dying. What are you fucking talking about? And again, I didn't really read about this. I just kind of heard it here and there, so it pissed me off, man.
You know the other thing that freaks me out, and I never thought about this, I don't know if you thought about it, but like how willingly I don't think it was so bad here, but a lot of countries just willingly gave up the right to use cash, which has always been It
happens here. Fuck
yeah.
off. No.
Here, I don't think it's here that we can't use cash, but they recommend.
Bro, no, some. I want to get down to the bottom of this, because technically you cannot refuse legal tender. You cannot do, even buses. There was a whole big thing. If you got $10 on the bus, bro, he should have some cash on him, man. Yeah. It's legal tender. On the bus. It's only a suggestion as well. Have the correct fit. I went to a cafe in Kirribilli. These fucks. I'm not going to mention them, but they are in Kirribilli, right? And I went to fucking pay, and I had $10 cash. I had a coffee, $4. And she was like, I'm sorry, we still don't take cash. I was like, really? Like, fuck. And then there was a little sign there, if you pay by card, there's a surcharge. And I said to her, but you're going to fucking charge me extra.
You're profiting off it.
Yeah, fuck off. Take the cash. This is ridiculous.
I've never understood that, even pre-corona, why they have that surcharge there.
Look, the surcharge is because sometimes to have those FPOS machines, it used to cost a certain amount. And they wouldn't, with their sales, I believe it, this is what I believe anyway, so the bank charges you these enormous fees just to have a little fucking FPOS machine there, right? So sometimes if you don't have enough sales to make up that money, you use the surcharge, and it gives you, it covers that cost. And as well, I think the other reason is, you know why there's minimums? Because I think the other thing is, maybe I got that wrong, maybe the real thing is that they charge you for each transaction.
That's what I thought.
Scrap that. See, I don't know what I'm talking
the money
about.
from the bank, I think they have to pay, right?
How funny was that? I fucking said all that shit, realized I was wrong, and I put an answer. I'm a fucking genius, bro. How did I do that, dude? But yeah, so it is that. I did hear that. I think that's the more correct thing. They charge you for each transaction. Lee walks around in the bank. Fucks around, by the way, just because you guys can't see. So I'm looking over there here. I'm not just a crazy person, okay? But yeah, so that happened here too. That happens here too with the cash. I don't like that either, man. But I hope it's on a push to give everyone cash. I heard Adam Curry was trying to talk about it on Rogan when Rogan moved to fucking Texas now. If anyone watches the Joe Rogan Experience, I watch that podcast quite often because he's got interesting people on there and stuff. And that guy was saying that this might be, you know how people ask for universal basic income? This might be like the scary way that you got it, basically, because they're going to make you stay at home. They're going to feed you a little bit of cash just to survive. And they're like, what can you do now? You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's a fucking scary idea, bro. This is the biggest problem, is how can anyone stop you from working? That's fucking ridiculous, man. We have to be...
What do you mean, how can they stop you from
working? Well, that's what they've done now. They've stopped people from working. They've closed businesses.
Some, yeah, a lot.
A lot, man. Yeah. They decide what's essential. Essential is subjective sometimes, man. You know, I get there's certain essential, like, you know, electricians, plumbers, builders, etc., you know, fucking scientists, apparently these politician motherfuckers.
But Jessica, who works at a fucking wedding shop, is an essential.
That's right, and all these other people, you know, who had businesses, who ran restaurants, this, that, the other thing, man. You know, a lot of them are already gone. I've seen a lot of places gone. Creative.
I've seen heaps of pubs that are closed down there.
Yeah, man.
There's a couple in the city. Yeah.
So yeah, and that's a bit of a conspiracy, man. We'll get into some conspiracies later. But yeah, it is weird. That's what I don't like. And that's why I always said there's going to be slippery slopes, that kind of shit. And they keep, like I said, I get the virus it's not to be taken for granted. It's not a joke. Don't just go out there and start licking fucking doorknobs. Yeah? Wear a mask. I wore a mask on the fucking train the other day. I didn't wear one of those fucking surgical ones like a doctor. I'm a surgeon. I got this cool looking little, it's like a neck dildo. Not a neck dildo. A neck condom, I meant. Not a dildo. Dildo's the pointing one.
Like the sports things that you see.
Yeah, and you put it on your neck and then you're like a ninja.
Did you see the two chicks that were on Joe Rogan the other week? They're both comedians, and one of them is designing the mask where it's like,
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a good one. Lee did this, by the way. That's on the mask. So it looks like you're licking pussy. But yeah, so that's what I'm a bit worried about. But you wear your mask. Take this seriously because you don't know who it's going to infect. And then that's the worrying thing. If you give it to the wrong person and they die, even though I feel fucking horrible, I get that, but I think this is a bit extreme. That's all. Now, we were talking about some other stuff before. The other thing I was going to say, right, I've been having the worst fucking day today, man. This fucking guy pissed me off in traffic. He stepped in front of my car and started having a go at me. I was like, Jesus Christ. I get home, there's no fucking hot water, dude. I went for a run, I get home, no hot water. I was like, oh man, I have a cold shower. I'm such a pussy, dude. But I had the cold shower, and it wasn't bad. I fucking manned up about it a little bit. To be honest, I got out of the shower, I looked, there's fucking soap everywhere. I had to get it like 2 more times. But it was all good. But yeah, I emailed my fucking real estate, right? I had this thing about my real estate. I want to tell the story because I just want to tell everyone. I'm not going to mention my real estate or where I live or any of that bullshit, but you got to fucking stick up for yourself because these people trying to fuck you over, dude. We were, when the corona started, right? I remember, and everyone was losing their jobs, this and that. Like my girlfriend, she worked at a restaurant. They closed down, so we lost money, this and that. We couldn't afford the rent 1 week, you know what I mean? So like I had this whole thing and you know, they didn't reply. I had sent them an email and been nice about it. And anyway, they wouldn't budge. Like everyone was giving everyone a discount. I didn't want a discount. I just wanted to pay the rent and I was late in rent. Okay, so I missed the rent 1 week and I wanted to pay it back. And these people just wanted to charge me for every transaction. I already paid late fees, they were taking money, this and that, right? My main point is fight the landlord right now, dude. Like if you can, get exemptions, try not to get kicked out, you know what I mean? In the end, I won. In the end, I managed to pull through. I rang some people and I said to them in the end, look, I just want the details to pay, and it worked out. It's a bit of a shit story, but I just want everyone to know, you know, stick up for yourself out there, because it's fucked up.
And that's crazy as well, because it was the government passed that you couldn't be kicked out or you couldn't be terminated, or
that's right.
People were reducing rents to help people out.
And look, I understand if you are a young person who's bought a place, you know, for an inflated price, and now you're having to, you know, you're losing money because you have to pay it.
They get subsidised.
Do they really?
So people who own apartments who are now not getting the full rent payments by the tenants, the government subsidises it.
Oh, you motherfucking scumbags, dude.
They're covered. Dude.
Yeah.
They're covered.
It's ridiculous, dude. Yeah. My real estate, they even did this before the COVID, man. I got there when we started the lease. They were like, yo, if you want to pay rent, you got to pay us a percentage each transaction. I was like, that's not true. Australian legislation is that you got to give me a free way. Yeah. And what they do is if you get rents late, they take $25 as a late fee. And if you want to pay your rent back that you now owe, you got to pay another fee. But for the version on this, you do not. All you have to do in Australia, they have to give you a freeway. It can be a bank account, it can be a BPay. Everyone should know this shit, yeah? Because the amount of people because all they did to me, I sent fucking 46 fucking emails, dude. And they just kept going, no, we don't. They said, we don't have a bank account. What? I paid in the fucking thing with the F+ machine. Where did that go? Magic Land. You fucks. And it's just the most stubborn, fucking rude thing.
They're clearly a dodgy realist.
It's just lying to your fucking face with a smile like, no, we don't have a bank account. 10 emails later, oh, we don't give out our bank account details. It's like, so you clearly fucking lied. You just said you didn't have a bank account. Anyway.
And now you have the bank account.
No, that you cannot give out. You know what I'm saying? Fucking what was I born yesterday? You dumb fucks. But anyway, in the end, I remember my victory email. Ha 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 ha. How hard was that? Once they finally gave me just the simplest of details so I could pay my fucking rent. So ha 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 ha. How hard was that? You know? Fuck. I apologize to the landlord only.
Not you guys.
Yeah, not you. Fuck off. Ridiculous. You know what I mean? Stand up for yourself. Don't let these fucks push you around, you know what I'm saying? Now. We're having such a good time. I don't want to bring it down. Did you see Corona? We're done with the Corona for now. We'll update you next time. Look, I don't even want to talk about Corona anymore, but again,
there's nothing else.
Yeah, geez. You know what else there is again, I don't usually talk about American stuff where I don't want to, but did you see that black guy shot those 2 officers in the car?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, he ran past and just shot them in the fucking head. Both of them. Bro, one was 24, the male, one was 36, I believe, or something like that. 2 weeks out of the academy, apparently. They were in Compton. Bro, and this other black dude, there was a sick video, the other black dude's on the street filming the police guard. I think the guy had already run off from what I had seen. And they're laughing, going, oh shit, he got popped. He got fucking, I think he was saying gassed or something. I was like, man, this isn't helping anybody, bro.
What's the reasoning behind it? Just
because Black Lives Matter, I guess, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's getting out of hand.
back.
Look, dude, I don't mean to say that sarcastically. Black lives do matter. Again, I don't mean to, I have to stress that Black lives do matter. I'm with you guys. But fucking how is shooting 2 young officers? How do you know? Are they racist? How do you know?
How do you know?
They're fucking human. What have they done? You know what I mean? It's a bit crazy, man. You're creating a divide. You're not fucking solving anything. You're making it worse. You're making it much worse. I think
the hood, though, right?
It is.
It's where NWA were from, right?
Yeah, it is. So maybe this shit. Look again, man.
It's gang related. Who knows? Like I said, I didn't hear about this.
It was just, man. The thing that I didn't like, man, was watching those black people out there. And look, man, was the black people out there laughing, man. They got shot in the head. They're on life support. I think they're still alive, from last I heard. But people laughing at them, man. Where's the humanity, dude?
Yeah, that's fine.
Where is the love? Like Black Eyed Peas motherfucking said, dude. And I get that, man. Again, I'm with you for like George Floyd with that guy standing on his neck. Fuck that guy too. Where's his humanity? You know, what the fuck is going on there as well, man? It's two sides to the coin, or whatever the fucking saying is. I think it's out of Game of Thrones or whatever. But,
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, it's a bit dark, man. It was... look, I get the shits with police more than anybody, you know what I mean? Like I was even saying with the Victorian police, fuck those dickheads, you know what I mean? I'm not saying fuck the police as a whole, it's fuck those individuals. You know, it's always about the individual. We're all human. Everyone's human. That's why sometimes, people say Black Lives Matter. Yes, they do 100%. But sometimes I do understand why people say all lives matter. And they're not trying to, disassociate with that. But Black Lives, I'm with you, Black Lives do matter. I support that. But you cannot be going around shooting fucking people in the head, dude, to prove a point.
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah, you can't fight fire with fire. It's fucking crazy. It never works. You know?
You'll be California right now.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Did you? And on the same topic, did you see the Ashton Kutcher video?
No.
No? Yeah, I don't want to talk too much shit about Ashton Kutcher. I do jiu-jitsu. He does jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt. He kicked my ass. Take me down. But Ashton Kutcher posted this video and he started crying and stuff, got all emotional. And he's basically against my point, saying, I know some people say all lives matter, and he starts crying.
Actually, yeah, I did see
that one. There's to some people, Black Lives Matter at all. I get it, man, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm with Black Lives. I do understand. I want, but I do want you guys to try and see the other fucking side of it. That you can't just fucking shoot people in the face. I think it's a bit crazy too. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. That was a bit of current events. That maybe that's how you can keep a track of what time we're in. I don't write too many notes. I keep notes behind this laptop. I don't read from the laptop. I just pretend like we're in the future. Analog. You know what I'm saying?
Old school.
All
the stuff.
Yeah. But does Ashton Kutcher even act anymore, dude? What movie is he? What was the last movie he was in?
I haven't seen him in anything for fucking ages.
Yeah?
I know he's done something since he did the Steve Jobs movie.
That was years ago. Yeah, wow.
That was a
He's married to that Mila Kunis now and stuff.
Did you see that? What was? There was a really funny video of theirs actually that I saw. I think it's quite old, where some tabloid was saying they were splitting up, and they both posted a video together, basically criticizing the article. Like, oh no, look, we're splitting up, babe. Like, what were we meant to do? Like, apparently I was too much for you. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, and they're just ripping the shit out of it. It's fucking funny. Yeah. That was all. That was a bit odd.
Fair enough. No, I don't follow those fucks. Yeah, I bet they're raising kids, they're having a good time, they got sick of Hollywood. Hollywood more and more is seeming to seem like the fucking craziest fucking place. It's all just...
Everyone's leaving as well.
Yeah, but did you see what they're trying to pass in California about the pedophilia laws?
Yeah, I've briefly heard about it.
That you can have a partner 10 years younger than you if it's consensual. Do you understand what that means?
If you're 26, you can have a 16-year-old girlfriend.
Bro, if you're 20, you can have a 10-year-old.
But surely, is it that extreme though, do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's
that's fucked. If it is like that. Like if you're 36, you can have a 26-year-old. Like that's cool. It's still a little bit weird, but it's...
If you're 26, you can have a what?
If you're 36, you can be with a 26-year-old. But
yeah,
if it does go, you can be 20 and have a 10-year-old, then fucking hell.
Do you know what it is?
See, the other thing though, there was a photographer at a wedding. I don't know if it was. I think it was just a random wedding. No one famous or anything. But the guy's like 40 and he's marrying a 16-year-old, and the photographer finds out she's 16 and she goes up and kicks the shit out of the guy
Really?
and walks out.
She got it.
Yeah,
She
she
knows
was
the
like,
fucking
"Fuck
kung
you.
fu, bro.
I'm not taking
Kung
your
fu.
photos, slap in the face, kicking the dick.
Woman
ladies."
power, bro. That's right, ladies. You can do it. I've seen some girls kick ass, bro. I do jiu-jitsu, man. Half those women beat me up. Most of those women, all of those women beat me up. What am I talking about, bro? Most. I'm trying to still like half. My dreams, dude. All of them fold me down. But yeah, man. Now, yeah. So this is only like our fucking 3.5 podcast. But yeah, last time we were talking about different things. Obviously, like I said, it flowed a little bit better and stuff, but we're just riffing here anyway. But we're going to be talking about like conspiracies and shit eventually, and UFOs. Do you believe in UFOs, Lee? Have you seen the UFO?
100%.
Yeah? Have you seen one?
I always think I have, but it's so fleeting and so like, it's one of those stories that just sounds like every other fucking story. So I'm not willing to put it out there myself because I'm just like,
You saw a dot in the sky. It was
exactly,
kind of
a light that moved quicker than anything I've ever
I
seen.
like that kind of went like that.
Exactly, over a mountain in Scotland, and I was like, well, you know.
I believed in the star was gone.
Exactly. So I'm like,
I seen one once, right? No bullshit, and I had witnesses, right? I'll tell this kid. I don't know. I'm sure you've heard this story, but when I was a kid, we used to live in this like it used to be it was an ex drive-in fucking place, right? In near Malabar there. And one night, my dad used to send me to the fucking shop to get Coke for dinner and that. You know, there's a corner shop around, and that day I'd been riding my bike around, and a little bit further away, there's like there used to be a baseball court where there now is a skate park. If you guys know the area or whatever. And I've seen the baseball thing, and it had big lights like we kind of got here. You can't see them, but you know, lights that shiny and that. And they were on, and I was running around at night. Anyway, I went home, and we were having dinner. Dad goes, all right, you know, go get the Coke. So I'm on my bike, and I go, and I look up, right, and I saw this thing, and it looked like a light, but I could see metal, like, you know what I mean? And I kind of just looked up and kept riding, and I just thought instinctually or something that they must be playing baseball, you know, that must be the thing I saw today at baseball, that's why it's there, you know, it's not that far. And I'm riding, I turn the corner and I go, hold on. I've never fucking seen that thing from here before. Like, why can I see it now? That's not that close, actually. Like, my mind changed. I was 14, 15, 16 at the time, probably 14 more, right? And I went back and I looked up. No joke, it was like a UFO looking thing. It kind of made like this shape, like the classic UFO shape. And it was a metal thing, but there was lights and stuff, and it was moving really slow. I fucking looked at it, and I got on my bike, I sped home, I crashed the bike into the front fucking wall or whatever. I ran inside, I went, hey man, I swear to God, you gotta come with me, there's a UFO outside. Like, speaking 100 miles an hour. And my dad said there with the fork and the knife, and he just went, let's go. I remember we were in and out. My mom came as well. She apparently can't remember. He still backs me up. But we went up on the street.
was your brother there?
I don't think he was born yet. Oh, he must have been little.
Oh, yeah.
No, this must have been before my brother. Fuck, maybe I was younger. Maybe I was 11 or 12. This I think this was before my little brother was born, right?
Okay.
Anyway, so I take my dad up there, right? And he goes, "That's a UFO." And I fucking told you it's a UFO. Across the street was a guy walking his little fucking poodle or whatever. And my dad goes, hey guy. And the guy goes, what? And my dad goes, it's a UFO. And the guy looks over and goes, it's a fucking UFO. I swear it was the trippiest shit. I'm saying like, I fucking told you it was a UFO. And we're all looking at this fucking thing, just no sound. I'm just making sound for effect. Slow as fuck, right? They made me go and have dinner, yeah? Homeboy with the dog followed it to Malabar. I was going out to Malabar, yeah? I went home, had dinner, and I'm like, I'm getting back on my... I fucking woofed that shit up. I got back on my bike, sped out to follow it. I got halfway to Malabar, couldn't see a fucking thing. Gone. Got back, turned around, went home, started shitting myself as well. I'm like, where the fuck am I going to follow a UFO by myself? I must have been young, man. Yeah, I was probably 11 or 12. It's trippy shit. I seen a UFO. But yeah, even now the American government says, do you see that thing again? The American government said
They've said they have space.
other earthly...
Oh no, you're talking about Venus? No, Jupiter?
No. First we're talking about the aircrafts that are not of this world.
Yeah, so supposedly
My brothers
they
and
have
sisters.
crafted... They worded it in a very
We
weird
have craft
way.
that are not of this world.
Yeah.
I believe they said something tripped out like that, right? And now if you want to know about that, you got to watch that Bob Lazar fucking documentary on Netflix. I think it's Bob Lazar and Area 51. It's called something like that by Jeremy Corbell. Alright? That Jeremy Corbell's a trippy motherfucker, man. He trips me out. I don't know about him. He's a very interesting dude. I like the movies he makes. But he used to do this crazy shit called quantum jujitsu. There's very few videos, and if you find them, dude, he's doing like this X-Men crazy shit and flipping people over and all this kind of stuff. And apparently he even choreographed on a few movies. And then he got sick in Africa or something, and he had to change his lifestyle. And I'm like it's very sus, hush, like he just stopped, and I don't know, man, it's very weird. But I don't know, he seems like a cool guy. He's just very, I don't know, you know, sometimes you see UFO people, they're just so into it, they're just like, it's so true, man.
Do you reckon it's a placebo though as well for us, where we're looking at it and it's such a concept, and because I'm watching this show that I've told you about before as well, and the whole way through.
What show? What's the show called?
Cosmic Disclosure.
What, on that Gaia.com?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, right, Gaia.com, we're going to talk about that.
And I have that vibe the whole time watching the guys. I'm just like,
See, I get that, but with these guys, it's so much less. Like that's what I'm saying. With Bob Lazar, I don't get it. That's why I'm saying,
I don't get it with Bob Lazar. Didn't
at all.
He is a little bit weird, and I think.
But he's just weird. I don't think he's lying.
Yeah.
I trust that guy.
I trust him as well.
You know, but with Jeremy Corbell, this is what I'm saying with Jeremy Corbell. I feel it like the tiniest bit. I see
the guy with the grey beard.
Yeah. Just the littlest bit. Like he's just, and I think it's just because he's so fucking into it. You know what I mean? But it's a great thing, and he says he saw a bunch of these crafts in between the doors and the hangers and shit. It was really cool. It's the most believable one I've seen.
The doors and hangers of what?
Yeah. Great explanation, dick face. Yeah, what am I talking about? All right. So he used to work in the hangars, and he says in this thing, like, not to ruin, this is only a little part of the documentary on Netflix, but he says everything that worked there was very compartmentalized. So they only let you work at one thing at a time with another guy, and they didn't let you know what else it was.
See, this is what the guy in Gaia says as well.
Yeah, so maybe this is a common theme. Maybe he's ripping Bob Lazar off. There's any possibility out there. Now, he said that happened, and one time he was walking through, and the hangars were open about halfway, quarter of the way, something like this, and he actually saw through them, and he saw different craft in each hangar. Usually the doors were closed. You can imagine massive hangars, and the doors were always closed in his working area. One day open, he sees these craft. And he says he saw a bunch of other stuff. Watch the documentary. But even when he's talking, I believe him. It's very, very weird, man. You know. Then there's a thing as well in the Joe Rogan Experience. There's a trilogy. If you want to look any of these up, I would just type in JRE Jeremy Corbell, right? And there's the pilot who saw them. He comes and he describes how the airplane moves and everything. I'd butcher it if I ever try to explain it. But he saw them with his own eyes. He saw it on his radar. And the last guy, there was another guy on there as well who says interesting stuff. But see, the last one with the other guy, it's just these people believe it. Like that Blink-182 ex-singer.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
No?
No. I think he's full of shit.
You know, yeah, so do I. But you know what's interesting? I'm pretty sure the same fucking people who released that article about the US saying they have worlds of other earthly craft said he was involved with the military helping bring this out.
Well, that's what he claims as well. He says he did end up working with heaps of people. He did make contacts.
But now it's being reported as almost looking like it's true that he is working with the military. And I'm like, really? What the fuck is this?
That's what I mean. It's hard to get a read on these people. But that's why I mentioned the placebo before, because it's such a topic.
What do you mean by placebo? Like we want it to be true?
Or because you know it's such a red hot topic that's been hush hush for so long that it's so hard for you to sit there and take it in without a bias. Whether you're on for it or against it, whatever your bias is, it's so hard to.
You know what I think? I do think aliens maybe are here, but I think it's fucking. I was thinking about this today actually, right? And this is what I think it would be more like if it was.
You mean living among us?
Yes, and this is how. Not like they just dress up and put our skin on and they're running around like Men in Black. Yeah, this is what I think they're doing. If you were ever to come to a planet and like they did see monkeys or an organism and infect us, this is along the lines of my theory that I'm making up, this conspiracy, right, is that the way it would work is we still have to evolve. So they might have accelerated our evolution, right, but they'd be watching us. Like, and that's why people say that as soon as we started blowing up nuclear bombs and stuff in the 70s, people started seeing these flying saucers more and more and more. It's like they showed up and went, oh shit. So I think if they were living amongst us, it'd be something like...
But keeping tabs on them.
Bro, yeah, and manipulating us to the biggest things. Having us in so many circles that we don't even know who's in charge. You know what I mean? Like, they'd have so much... They'd be so much more intelligent than us. They'd be so much smarter than us. They'd have, greater technology just by being here. So they'd be manipulating us to the point where we wouldn't even know they were fucking there, man. Like we don't now if they are true. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this guy on Gaia claims that we've been working with them since the 40s.
Maybe.
Like
Maybe.
actually working, like he says all sorts of shit. Like we have trade routes with other planets, you know.
I think that guy needs to.
That's what those are the things that you can't. Give me more information before you start saying shit like that. Basically,
fuck do you get the fucking stuff on and off the planet, man? Without us seeing
but
it.
if I mean, I guess his point of view is if aliens are living among us, they're the ones who are doing the trade routes, or they are the ones who have provided the craft, or whatever. You know what I mean? We haven't made this shit ourselves. We've just come into contact with species from other planets.
I guess, man. But my thing is, like, have you ever been on an airplane?
Yes.
You know, like, I get the world's big, but when you're up there, like, there's usually civilization pretty much everywhere. And where there isn't civilization, there's harsh conditions where people don't really go and can't go. Like, people would see this shit going up and down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could fucking...
Exactly.
Yeah,
we can go deeper and deeper.
We have
they have cloaking
portals.
devices.
Well, actually, we have portals.
That's another thing that comes up in
that.
Gaia. He reckons there's portals. Did you see that? I don't know if it was NASA. I don't want to say it was NASA, but they said the other day, I think I saw it on Lad Bible, that they do think that there's signs of alien life on, I think it's Jupiter.
That was on, no, I think it was Venus. The reason they said that was because there's a chemical present. I'm pretty sure this is true again. I'm not butchering it, but I think I know more than you. So, it's because there's phosphine in the clouds. They found what they recognize could be something called phosphine in the clouds. And on Earth, anything related with phosphine, which I'm not even sure what it does.
Phosphine or phosphate?
Phosphine, okay. I believe is the word. I could be fucking wrong, but that is always related with a life form. I believe it always has to exist with a life form or some such thing like that. And they reckon there could be life forms in their clouds. There could be things living in the clouds like little fish or jellyfish, except not in water but in clouds. That'd be cool.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah. But what's on the bottom then? What's like just dirt? It's clouds and dirt, or more clouds, gas. I always thought, like, you know, I'm no scientist, and that's why I probably am going to say this retarded shit right now. I apologize if you're offended by the word retarded. But I'm going to try. I'm bringing that back. All right, it's not a medical term. All it means is slower or just stupid. Right? There's a thing called retardant. Do you know what retardant does? It slows down the process of rust. Right? So it's just
what?
Rust.
Oh, I thought you said rice. Rice.
No. Well, how do you slow?
Isn't that retardant?
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said retarded.
No. Lee. You're getting me in trouble, man. Fuck. Anyway, you heard what I said. I hope. Maybe I said it wrong. Retardant. Anyway, you get the fucking point. Okay? We're not making fun of we're not making fun of mentally challenged people. I like those people. They're nice. They're cool to hang out with. Right? We love them. I love you. So yeah, UFOs. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about this guy stuff. I want to see that guy. Watch the Bob Lazar thing. Talk about it if we can. If anyone knows about this shit, wants to come on here and talk about it, let us know. And if you've got any other conspiracies you want us to talk about, let us know as well. The other thing is ghosts. Have you ever seen a ghost? I've got a ghost story. You got a ghost story?
I've got like a paralyzed story from sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
But then again, I was young. I don't know.
I got that once and I thought aliens were abducting me. I'm gonna cross over fucking story, you know what I'm saying? I always found when I was a lot younger, and even, I don't know, I always found it was after a massive night of like just fucking getting on it, bro. I'd have just sleep paralysis. I'd wake up and fucking just not be able to move, and I wasn't even awake, it's just conscious. Terrifying, bro. Sometimes I have this going through my ears, and I was like, "Oh, they are coming for me. This is over. It's fucked. They're gonna just find a sheet and never see me again. They return me to the planet in 500 years. I'll be like, what the fuck?" Yeah. But yeah. So sleep paralysis. I used to have that. Apparently, if you get it, right, I don't get it anymore. But if you still get it, apparently, I was always going to try this because I haven't done it since. Is curl your toes. Yeah, here's what I'm trying to say. Again, see, it's slower. Or the other word I said, but curl your toes, and that apparently helps the rest of your body wake up and all that kind of stuff, and you get conscious properly. My thing now is I just try and fucking fight it. Never works. I just contradict myself because I said I don't get them. That was my thing. Just try and fight. I could never get out of sleep paralysis, man. Yeah. Can't talk. Anyway, I have a ghost story, right? So, it's one time, bang it, right? Get a sip of water here. This is the only ghost story I have, and it's not very scary, right? It's just a little bit weird. It could even be a coincidence, okay? All I know is that it happened, at least in my mind. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm right. So, I'm actually from Slovakia. I came to this country in like 1998, 1999 with my mum. This, that, and the other thing, and we still have family in Slovakia, so every couple of years we go back there and we visit them. And this one particular time, again, I must have been about 14, 15, we were there during summer, in the middle of the year, and we were visiting the family, and we were staying with my grandma, and I used to sleep in the lounge room there. She had the sofa with the fold-out couch. Coming into her lounge room though, she had these wooden doors with glass panes, right? And when you open and close the door, like, the neighbors can fucking hear you, right? It wakes the whole...
Those doors.
They're fucked. So you can go around and walk through the kitchen to go, because that's the way to the bathroom, either through these fucking doors or through the kitchen. We used to go to the kitchen, go the long way, just not to wake everyone up. And during this time, we're 15, 16, 14, in that kind of 3-year range, and my cousin was coming down. She used to live upstairs in Grandma's house. Grandma had a big old house, and she used to come and play cards at night, and we steal a little bit of Grandma's alcohol, have a little mini party when all the adults were asleep and shit. We used to play Shithead, fucking awesome game. And yeah, just do stuff like that before we both, crashed out. So this one particular day, I had to go. We went on a field trip. I think we went to Hungary. In Europe, you can just drive around. You're in a new country. So we went to Hungary. We were there all day. I remember we got back at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., really fucking late. My cousin came down. She didn't come with us. She was at home. It was some of the family, not the whole family. She goes, "Do you want to play cards tonight? We'll have to sneak a little drink." And I was tired from the trip. So I was like, if I'm awake, if everyone goes to sleep and I'm still awake, yeah, come down. And if not, I'm asleep, we'll do it tomorrow night, And I'm pretty sure there were still people awake when I folded out the couch and crashed out. I was wasted, man. Not on alcohol or anything, just tired. Anyway, I'm asleep, and middle of the night, I wake up to the sound of the doors opening, those big wooden doors I was telling you about, and I see this girl standing there. And in my daze, I'm like, what's going on? And I thought it was my cousin. My cousin I'm talking about was a girl this entire time. And this girl opened and closed the doors, woke me up, standing there. And I said in Slovakian to my cousin, "What are you doing? Like, I told you I'm not going to play cards. I'm asleep. You can see that. We'll play tomorrow." And she stepped closer. And sometimes in the dark, like even in the dark, there's dark, and there's sometimes light, so you can step out the shadow. She stepped out the shadow, and it wasn't my cousin. I couldn't recognize this girl. I don't remember who it was, but it wasn't my cousin. And it scared the shit out of me. And I remember I sat up on the couch wide awake, and I said in English, I said, "Who are you? What do you want?" And this girl stood on the edge of the fucking bed, and she put her finger up like that, and she went, "Shh." And when she did that, man, my body fucking melted. I was instantly tired, like a fucking heroin addict, bro. I was out. And I just went, okay. And I laid down, and I felt her get in the bed and put her arm around me, and I fell asleep. That was it. I woke up in the morning, I looked around, I was like, what the fuck happened to last night, this and that? And even I convinced myself, it must have been a dream, right? Could have been a dream. I'm not gonna lie, it could have been a fucking dream. I don't think so, because those fucking doors are loud, number one. Number two, even if it's a dream, I think it's very coincidental, it's very strange, right? At least a little bit. It could be the world's biggest coincidence in my world, anyway. But anyway, so I wake up, could have been a dream, go sit on the laptop, get on Facebook was the most popular thing at the time, I believe. And all throughout my feed or whatever it was, it kept saying RIP and this name of this girl I had known. Out of respect, I probably won't say her name, but this girl was the first girl I ever kissed, ever, right? Now the funny thing is again, that's it. We just had our first kiss when we were very, very young. We had like this whole one floaty night or whatever, and that was it. Like, we never dated. I saw her in high school. I'm pretty sure she pretended she didn't know me. You know what I mean? Normal teenager shit. But I never had this massive connection with this girl. But she had died that night. Her boyfriend apparently swerved the car and smashed into a telegraph pole on her side. Very brave. Maybe it was an accident. Who am I to judge? I don't know. But yeah, that was my ghost story. That was always what I related to. Even if it's a coincidence, it was this weird connection thing that happened. I don't know. The more and more I talk about it now, I keep thinking, yeah, maybe it's a coincidence. I don't want to believe in all this conspiracy and ghost shit. Like, I really don't even believe in ghosts that much. You know? Fuck ghosts. Not jiu-jitsu, bitch. Fucking catch that ghost. Where's this Casper, bro? Get out of here. But that was the weirdest thing ever, and I swear I was awake. You know, I really, really do believe I was awake. But that's only the really ghost shit I've had. Yeah, besides really sleep paralysis. Yeah, man. What else have we got on, Lee? Anything new from you? I've been talking for fucking ages.
Not a whole lot. Just chilling, looking after the little fella. Yeah, my sleep paralysis story was just like, woke up face down in my pillow, couldn't breathe.
Face down, ass up?
Yeah, basically. In the proposition position.
Are you sure that wasn't ghost to your uncle? Jesus, Lee. This is turned into a sexual assault.
Going down the dark path here. But yeah, woke up face down, and I used to have this recurring dream where I would drown, and I'd wake up face down in my pillow, wake up completely fucking out of breath, sweating, gasping for air, and then everything would be alright, and I'd fall back asleep. Anyway, one time the sleep paralysis kicked in, and I wake up face down, and I roll over, and the dream had just happened, I was drowning, I roll over onto my back, and then after doing that, I couldn't move at all. And again, very cliche, almost like every story you hear like this, but I saw a shadow like almost at the foot of my bed, and it was in the shape of like, I always like to, when I imagine it, it's, you know, what was that movie with, was it The Grudge, where she kind of walks down the stairs? It was, she looked like that.
I got a story about that.
Long hair. Obviously, I couldn't make out a face or anything. It was all black. Like you said, she was the shadow. She was coming out of a shadow sort of thing, but I couldn't make out facial features or even skin color or anything like that. But it was like a silhouette of the Grudge chick. And then that's basically it.
That's a very common thing for these people who have the sleep paralysis, right? Now, I don't mean to cut you off, be rude or anything, but while we're talking about the Grudge, you know what the fuck happened to me one time with the Grudge? I seen the Grudge, bro. It wasn't a real Grudge, but it happened. My girlfriend, right? I got up one morning, I'm waking up to get ready for work, this and that, right? And I'm taking a piss, right? I'm getting ready, I come out the bathroom, and the bathroom's next to the bedroom, right? I'm there in the bed, I'm still half asleep looking around. She's crawling out of the bedroom like this. I went, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I'm half asleep, I need to pee. Fucking stand up, man. The fuck are these women up to, dude?
She would look like that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Black hair and the thing. Ridiculous, man. But yeah, we should probably wrap this up slowly. We're going to have some guests on, some of my friends to talk about this stuff, especially about the racism. Even last time we were talking about racism a bit, especially in America. Look, with all that kind of stuff, everybody love everybody. You know, the great words that guy that once said that one time.
Big friend.
What's his name? No, everybody love everybody.
I don't know, was it Gandhi?
It wasn't Gandhi.
You said some shit along those lines, right?
It was what was the guy from Semi-Pro, the main character in Semi-Pro?
Semi-Pro?
Will Ferrell.
Uh-huh.
Everybody love everybody. Gandhi. See you guys next time.